So question 9 is a comparison question. It's got a star, so it's got lots of detail on it. We're going to have to compare these two bits of data. This is about Joe's shop, this is about Kevin's shop. So I'm either going to have to make a table of this or draw a graph of this. I'm going to draw a graph of this in the same way. So 0 to 10 for this group, for Joe's information, has got a frequency of 10. So instead of being down here, I'm actually going to have this one on here. For 11 to 20, it's 34. So instead of being here, this point's going to be up here. And then 24 and 13. And 7 and 12. So you should be using a ruler to do this. I'm one-handed, so I can't use a ruler. So I'm just going to go and down to now. What I'm going to do is have to compare these two sets of data. So the first thing I'm noticing is they've both got different modes. Okay, so I know that's going to get me 1 mark having drawn the graph. There are 4 altogether, so I'm going to try and make 3 other comments to make sure I earn all the marks. So I'm going to say the mode, which is the most frequent, the one that's got the highest value. The mode for Joe's shop is obviously 11 to 20. And it's sales. The mode for Kevin's shop is this one here, which is 31 to 40. So this means, by this, Kevin's average sales are higher because his mode is higher. The most common number of sales is bigger. I'm going to need to make another comparison. For my other bits of marks, one of the ones I'm going to do is just see who's made the most sales. Okay, so what I'm going to do is look at how many sales I'm approximating that they've made. So for Joe, I'm going to say, if it's 0 to 10, I'm going to say an average of 5. And the same all the way along, I'm going to go 15, and then 25, and then 35, 45, and 55. So I'm kind of doing an estimate of the mean, but I'm just going to get totals. So I'm going to say if he's done 10 sales of 5 CDs, that's 50 CDs. If he's done 34 sales of 15 CDs, 34 times 15 is 510, and so on. I'm just going to work out his total sales altogether. So when you've done all that multiplying and got a total, you can see that Joe's shop sold an average of sold 2,590. So an estimate of Joe's sales is 2,590. We're then going to do the same but for Kevin's sales. So I'm going to look through here and I'm going to go. So here, 0 to 10, so we're going to call that 5. He had no sales, so that's 0. For the next one along, 10 to 20, so we're going to call that 15. He had 14. So we're going to do 14 times 15. Which is 210. And we're going to keep going through like that. So the next one is 25, because that's the middle here. And we're going to times that by this value here, which is 10, 12, 14, 16, 17. The next one is 35 times 10, 12, 14, 16, 35. For 45, it has fallen down to 24. And for 55, it's fallen down to 9. So we're going to work out all those totals and add them up and see what he's sold. So when you multiply all of those and add them all up, you can see that Joe's sales were 3,400. Sorry, Kevin's sales were 3,435. So an estimate of Kevin's sales is 3,435. So Kevin has sold more CDs in total. We've got 2 marks so far, sorry, 3 marks, one for the graph, one for the mode, one for the total sales. We're going to now do the mean because I've already done half the work here. So the mean for Joe is, and to do that all I'm going to do is take Joe's total sales and divide it by how many sales. So I just need to add up this row here. So there's 100 sales in total there, so I'm going to divide by 100, which is 25.9. So that means that Joe's average, his mean, is 25.9. The mean for Kevin is going to be the same method, 3,435, and I've got to divide it by the total of the frequencies, which, if I just swap these two around because I wrote it the wrong way around, is the total of all of these. So I'm just going to add that. So I get 99 for this total. 3,435 divided by 99 is 34.69. So Kevin's mean is 34.69. So Kevin's mean is higher. Through all comparisons, and this is kind of like a finalising statement, Kevin's sales are better. Key with these questions is to make sure you've earned those 4 marks there. If you haven't put enough bits of information, you're not going to have earned the marks.